Holiday Tips for Solo Travelers, Part 1. Few things are as exciting as taking a vacation alone. No matter where you go to grab your backpack and travel, you will realize that this experience was worth all the hardships, as you will make new friends, have the opportunity to explore our vast world, and maybe even learn a few things about yourself. Here is a list of safe and exciting places to visit as a solo traveler. Split, Croatia. Walking around Split is like walking around in Roman times. Ruins of Diocletian's palace, built in the 4th century AD, with its historical buildings and narrow streets inside its walls. It forms the historical district of Split today. You can use the Bronze Gate, one of the 4 entrances, to get to the waterfront promenade called Riva. You can have a look at the fresh products by stopping by the green market or the fish market at both ends of Riva. If you want to fill your stomach with the best seafood dishes, you should stop by traditional wine cellar taverns like Konoba Matejuska during lunchtime. There are many hostels in Split that cater to solo travelers who want to socialize, and they regularly organize bar and nightclub entertainment. Get over the hangover with a friendly game of picigin, a game of throwing and catching in shallow waters invented in Split, on Bačvice Beach, or continue the fun with a few days boat tour of the Dalmatian coast. Top tip: fill your stomach with seafood by traveling intertwined with historical places and add a delicious atmosphere to your trip with a boat tour. Baños, Ecuador. You can rent a mountain bike and cycle on the Ruta de las Cascadas route, where you will make steep climbs through the rainforest and thundering waterfalls. Baños, which means bath in Spanish, as the name suggests, is a place famous for its natural hot springs fed by the hot spring waters from the Tungurahua volcano. Opened under a giant waterfall, La Piscina de la Virgen is one of the ideal spas you can choose to enjoy thermal baths. You can take the buses to Casa del Arbol to take a photo that will make the friends you leave in your country jealous. Swinging from a treehouse, you'll feel like you're flying over the rainforest. And if you stretch your arms, you can embrace the active volcano. Although it is one of the safest cities in the country, petty thefts can still occur. Therefore, you should not leave your valuables in sight. If you need to withdraw money, you should prefer daylight hours and avoid carrying large amounts of money. Top tip: you can take steep climbs between the rainforest and thundering waterfalls, rent mountain bikes, ride colorful buses, and relax in the thermal baths. Gyeongju, South Korea. Traveling alone in Gyeongju turns into a journey towards inner peace, especially when touring Gyeongju's historic sites. The UNESCO World Heritage stands out with Boguska Temple, which is one of the masterpieces of Buddhism art and houses many treasures of South Korea. Ancient pagodas, bridges, and staircases lead to bronze Buddha statues and sarira, Buddhist relics, artifacts. Don't forget to take a look at the top during your visit. The colorful decorations and lotus motifs under the roof of the temple are really worth seeing. You can combine your tour with a visit to Seokgurim Cave, which is a short walk from the temple. The Buddha statue sitting here, surrounded by stone guards, is so delicate that visits are kept very short and photography is not allowed. When you follow the Buddha's gaze outside the cave, you will find Mount Tohamsun stretching out towards the Sea of Japan. You can complete your solitary quest by heading to the tranquil Gyeongju National Park, or extend it a little further by heading to Hamagat Beach in the neighboring city of Pohang. On this beach, 2 giant hands stretch upwards from the sea, dedicated to harmony and coexistence, are waiting for you. You will know you have reached the end of your journey when your feet touch the beach and you see arms stretched out towards the sky in front of you. Top tip, traveling alone in Gyeongju turns into a journey towards inner peace, especially when touring Gyeongju's historic sites. Florianopolis, Brazil. Floripa is what locals call an island paradise for students and backpackers looking for great beaches and great parties. The yellow arches of Mercado Público offer shelter to countless craft stalls and food shops. When you find a place that suits your taste, you can fill your stomach with delicious anchovy grillada, grilled or fried bluefish. The best way to spend the afternoon is to sunbathe by visiting one of the 40 beaches on the island. Still, it's really hard to choose between Praia do Maradeiro, which offers a more immersive environment, and Jurerê, surrounded by beach bars. The sounds rising from the neon-lit dance floors of the nightclubs add a humming background music to the liveliness of the daytime hours. While walking back to your accommodation, you will be amazed by the light of the Herculeo Luz suspension bridge that goes to the mainland of Florianopolis, reflecting over the waters. Dublin, Ireland. With its 1,000-year-old history, diverse international community, and modern architecture, it's almost impossible not to fall in love with Dublin's fascinating contrasts. You will have the opportunity to take part in city tours that pass through small, stone-paved passages, ancient bell towers, and Georgian houses where giants such as Oscar Wilde, James Joyce, and Bram Stoker once stayed. Dublin also has many green spaces, such as Phoenix Park, where you can see wonderful wild deer. Known all over the world for their cheerful demeanor, the way to the hearts of the Irish is through their stomachs. Stop by one of the traditional Victorian bars. You can find one on almost every corner, and sit on one of the bar stools, and you'll suddenly find yourself sipping Guinness with your new friends. You don't need to search for a good time in Dublin, it will find you anyway. Top tip, you can wander around the city with its small cobblestone streets, watch the deer in Phoenix Park, and make friends with a beer at the local bars.